Alright, so let's see, what have I done with my time? I went ahead and I got a drill so I could drill. My half-inch drill took a dump, so I got a new drill, drilled my hole for the drain line, and I decided that I was going to fill everything with coolant and tie everything up. So I repositioned this upper radiator hose here. I kind of just twisted it here so it would keep it up, and then I ran a couple zip ties just through the the fan assembly, and so should be okay. But yeah, I wanted to fill it up with coolant just to make sure that, you know, that if I have a leak inside with the heater core, you know, if I have to pull it all out, I don't want to have to put the dash back in and then pull it all back out. 120 and 7/8 put me where I needed to be. So you can see we got those there, tensioner, goes down to the water pump, up there, and then we wrap around our idler, and so yeah, and then it looks like, as far as the tension goes, I still have play, and you can see it's, I think that's okay. A little light in there for you. Yeah, I think we're right in the middle, kind of right where we need to be, so I'm happy with that. It took like 4 trips to the auto parts store, but we're good to go. So I'm gonna double check everything, go ahead and start it up, make sure we don't have any coolant leaks, and then I'll move on to the inside. So I let the temp come up and then settle back down, and it looks like everything is good. Heater's blowing nice and hot, and when I had it running, I had a little belt squeal going on, and so I figured it was probably from like riding up against, I don't know if you can see my finger, but riding up against this lip on this idler, or, you know, pushing too far here because the belt was back one, so I moved it like one little groove over, and the squeal went away. I don't see anything dripping down the firewall or down the evap case, so I'm gonna call it good. So I had that sucker pumping on high. My alternator output's still good. It's a stock, it's a Reman, a new AC piece, but or Delphi I think, but it's 105 amp, so I figured, you know, all this stuff will be running in an F body anyway. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and tie everything up and get the dash back together. I want to start on this window tinting. I've been looking forward to that. So I got to clean this one since I pulled the tint off. You can see it's still got, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, it's still got the adhesive on it from the other tint. So I'll clean this up, clean them all up, kind of talk a little bit about how I go about doing it, which I don't really know what the hell I'm doing, but I'll give it a shot. I can't do one thing great. I can do a lot of stuff. I took a few minutes before I moved inside, and took care of my hole and my little license plate flip down. So this flip up deal, it's off of a 3rd gen F body, and I had to just offset the holes a little bit on either side, and you don't see it, so it don't really matter. And I cut me a hole, filed it down a little bit. Oh, sorry, accidentally hit my zoom. But anyhow, it's my hole, filed it up, straight as I could get it anyways, but you know, it's not gonna catch in. I can slip a receiver up in there and then just fold it down. So it's a little bit away from the bumper, but nothing rubs, and you know, from a few feet back, I don't think it'll look too bad, but it serves its purpose. It covers up the hole down there. And then the lights come on. I got that. Nice airflow coming out. Too bad. Mounted my cup holder here. So before I had the tablet and the fire extinguisher here, but I went ahead and mounted the extinguisher down there. It is Sunday morning, getting a little bit of a late start. I got out this morning and got some stuff that I needed to do the window tinting, and then I figured I'd stop by the wrecking yard because I had a little issue here. On this core support on the 84, it's got this like valance piece that runs up underneath here, and it's different from the one that's on this core support here. So you can see it has the well, it's damaged. I beat the hell out of it, forgot to bolt it in. It's thrashed, so I can't use this one. And you can see where the tabs are related to the light, so not gonna work out. So I went there looking for a grill. I couldn't find anything. Square bodies are getting a little bit more scarce out there. They used to be full, and now, I mean, there was probably 5 or 6 of them, but wasn't enough. So I just went ahead and ordered those on Summit. I ordered the actual bezels for around the lights, and I actually ordered the grill. So it was like 37 bucks for the grill, and which doesn't have a logo, it's just the grill. And then the light bezels were like 12 bucks each. So I figured, you know, instead of goofing around and trying to go to different wrecking yards, I just go ahead and order the stuff. So I'll just bolt on the stuff that I have now for temporary, and those things should be here in a couple weeks. I'm going to tackle this window tinting next. And what I did, I went ahead and on Amazon, I ordered this. It was like 12 bucks for like a 24 by 10 foot piece of 5% and then 35%. So I'm hoping, since the truck's pretty wide, I'm hoping I can do the back window, and then I'll have enough left to do a glare strip. So that's my thoughts on that. This old TV, I can't get rid of it, so I'm going to use it as my glass for the side windows. That way I can cut it all out on here and then pop it all on there. So I'm going to start first by getting it back in here, cleaning the windows, and taking the little wing window locks off. And we'll go from there. So I'll set up the GoPros on the tripods and stuff so you can see what I'm doing. So this is what comes in the kit. You've got a little knife and a squeegee. And I got 2 of them since I got 2 films. So I'm going to try to figure out which film is which. It's just, this is baby shampoo, Johnson's, and some distilled water. I'm going to spray this, lay my film over, trim the excess, and then I'm going to actually make a line around it, pull it over there, and do some cutting on it. so this is taking me forever, but saving money takes time. Alright, if this works, I'm gonna show you more. If it doesn't, you ain't gonna see any of this. Got the glare strip done. It is cool. Got a little tiny crease down the center of it. I'm not really sweating it. As long as it doesn't come up, you can't really see it. Side stuff's looking good. Cut this a little large. And then on this window, a little bit of a gap. But as far as interior wise, everything looks good. And I don't see any bubbles or anything in these, which is nice. No bubbles here. Some bubbles on this back window. And it was kind of a pain. So what I ended up doing, because I ended up cutting it, I can't cut a straight line for crap, but I had cut this a little bit short, and so what I ended up doing is, since I do vinyl graphics and stuff, I went ahead and did like a little over a 1 inch, probably like a 1.5 inch strip, and you can't see it here. Let me get the light. But what I did is I ran it all the way around the inside of the window. That way it covered up any of my gaps, and then so it almost looks like the window, that's the way it is. So yeah, so it was letting some light in and you could really see it. It was pretty noticeable, so I was like sweating it. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do that. So looks okay. And then if I put light behind it, you can kind of see where it is. But I don't know. Like I said, it's got some little air bubbles. I think those will go out parked in the sun, or go away when I park it in the sun. And I got the front stuff on, even though I'm going to order. I got the new bezels coming and a new grill, so it'll be just a standard grill. Won't say GMC, because this one's, it's like all the mounting bolts are busted off anyways. But that's it. So that was my fix for the tent, for messing up the tent. You guys take care. Have a happy Memorial Day for all you who serve. I appreciate you, and all my subscribers, I appreciate you guys too. You guys take care and have a good one.